The Snow Woman by Lafcadio Hearn. Brought to you by TellStory.net, stories from around the world. Long ago in the mountains of northern Japan, there lived two woodcutters, a young man named Minakichi and an older companion named Mosaku. One winter evening, they were caught in a terrible snowstorm while returning from the forest. The blizzard raged with such fury that they could not make their way home. Struggling through the deep snow, they found shelter in a small hut used by travelers. Though the walls kept out the wind, the cold was bitter, and exhausted from their journey, both men soon fell asleep. In the deepest part of the night, Minakichi awoke to find the hut even colder than before. Through the darkness, he saw a woman of unearthly beauty standing in the doorway. She wore white robes that seemed woven from snow itself, and her skin was pale as frost. Her long black hair flowed like shadows against the white, and she moved without sound, leaving no footprints. The mysterious woman glided to where Mosaku lay sleeping. She bent over him and breathed upon him, a breath like winter wind. Frost formed on his face, and his breathing stopped. The old man was dead. Then she turned toward Minakichi. He tried to cry out but found he could not move or speak, as though frozen by an invisible force. She approached him, studying his face with eyes like ice crystals.
You are young, and you have a kind heart. For this, I will spare your life. But you must never tell anyone what you have seen tonight. If you speak of this to any living soul, I will know, and I will come for you.
Unable to do more than nod, Minakichi agreed. The Snow Woman gazed at him a moment longer, then turned and vanished into the storm. When morning came, Minakichi found Mosaku's body frozen beside him. He returned to the village and reported that his companion had died in the cold, a tragedy not uncommon in those harsh mountains. Of the Snow Woman, he said nothing, though the memory haunted him. A year passed. One spring evening, Minakichi met a beautiful young woman named Oyuki traveling alone on the mountain path. She had lost her way, and Minakichi offered to help her reach the village. His kindness touched her heart, and when she confessed she had nowhere to go, he invited her to stay with him and his mother. Oyuki proved to be gentle, hardworking, and kind. As the seasons turned, Minakichi fell deeply in love with her. They married, and in the years that followed, they had several children. Oyuki was a devoted wife and mother, and their home was filled with happiness. Yet Minakichi sometimes noticed strange things about his wife. She never seemed to feel the cold. She ate very little. Her skin remained pale and smooth, unchanging with the passing years. And she loved the winter with a passion that others found unusual, often standing at the window to watch the snow fall with a look of quiet longing. One winter night, as Oyuki sat sewing by the light of a lamp, Minakichi watched her face in the firelight. Something in her expression stirred a memory he had tried to forget. His heart began to race as he realized the truth he had been blind to all these years.
Oh, Yuki, there is something I must tell you. Years ago, before we met, I encountered a woman who looked remarkably like you. It was the night Mosaku died in the storm.
As he spoke, telling her everything about that terrible night, he watched her face change. When he finished, she sat very still, tears glistening in her eyes.
Oh, Minakichi, you have broken your promise. You swore never to tell anyone.
Before his eyes, she began to transform. Her human appearance faded, revealing the same ethereal snow woman he had seen in the mountain hut so long ago.
It was I. I spared you that night because I saw goodness in you. Later, I returned in human form, drawn by curiosity to see what manner of man you had become. But curiosity turned to love, true love. Our marriage, our children, all of it has been real. But now, because you have spoken of that night, I can no longer stay.
Why must you leave?
You have broken your vow. By the laws of my kind, I should take your life. But because I love you, and because of our children, I will not. Yet I cannot remain in this world any longer. I must return to my true nature.
Her form began to fade like mist.
I will watch over you and our children. When snow falls, when winter winds blow, know that I am near. Care for our children well, Minakichi. If you fail them, I will return, and there will be no mercy.
With these words, Oyuki dissolved into the cold air, leaving only the faint scent of snow and a lingering chill. Minikichi raised their children with great love and care, often telling them of their mother's beauty and devotion. During winter storms, the family would sometimes feel a comforting presence, as though invisible arms embraced them. The house remained warm even on the coldest nights, and the children grew strong and healthy. Years later, when Minikichi was an old man, he would sit by the fire on snowy evenings and gaze out the window. Sometimes he thought he glimpsed a pale figure among the falling flakes, a woman with long black hair watching over him still. And in those moments, despite the sadness of their parting, his heart was full, knowing that love transcends the boundaries between the human world and the realm of spirits.